Hey guys, how's it going? Brad Riley here and welcome to another video. And in this one today, I'm going to break down for you the 4 campaigns that every advertiser, media buyer needs to have in place to get the optimal results for their business or for their client's business. Now, what I'm going to show you here is honestly so extremely valuable. So if you run Facebook ads yourself at all, maybe you have an agency that has a team that runs ads, I highly recommend you watch this video to the end because I guarantee you'll learn a thing or two that you can implement yourself or pass on to your team to get better results for your clients and ultimately get better retention and make more money. Okay, so it's a win-win. So what I have for you in this test ad account here is an example of the 4 campaigns that we will set up pretty much universally for every client. This may differ depending on the circumstance, but for the most part, we will try, data dependent of course, to have these 4 campaigns set up for every single client that we have to get the most return for them. So to run through them very quickly, we have TOF, which is top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and then post-purchase retargeting. So I just want to explain to you what these all mean. So top of funnel, these are people who you acquire. This is basically our acquisition campaign to acquire brand new customers who don't know about the business before, they've never heard about the brand prior to this point. This is acquisition of new customers. So again, this will be interest targeting, this can be things like lookalikes, a bunch of different stuff. But again, this is our cold campaign. That's why it's the top of the funnel. You think of a funnel, the way we see it right now is we put dollars in the top and hopefully customers come out the bottom of that funnel. Okay, and when you get a brand new customer, you're trying to acquire a new customer who's never heard about you, that's you pouring into the top of the funnel. Okay, middle of funnel, this is people at the middle of that section. So who is usually in the middle of funnel? Well, it depends, but basically these are people who know about the business, but they may not have yet converted. Okay, so they know of you, they're familiar, maybe they've got some understanding of who you are, but they haven't yet purchased. So this could be things like social media engagers. So people who follow you on Facebook, follow you on Instagram, but have not purchased. This could also be people who engage with ads. Again, so you can see how this works, right? Top of funnel is right at the top to acquire new customers, first time they've seen you. Middle of funnel could be retargeting those people. So if you're running a video view campaign on top of funnel, you can create a custom audience of people who in the last 30 days, last 3 days, last week, last 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, who have engaged with that video content in some way or another. Again, you can get real specific and say, watched more than 75% of this video, watched more than 50%, watched more than 3 seconds. These are all different audiences within middle of funnel that you can test to see how far you can push it to still get a return. But ultimately, you want to be having this set up for all clients, because what we've noticed is middle of funnel is one of the best performing campaigns, and it's something we look at a lot when we get a new customer. And a lot of people are doing that top of funnel cold targeting. A lot of people are doing retargeting as well, bottom of funnel, albeit completely wrong. A lot of clients we go into work with are not doing this middle of funnel, so this will help you stand out. It's a really good way to get returns. We're seeing with a lot of our clients getting 10, 15, 20, 30, 40x return on ad spend for some of these middle of funnel campaigns. So again, that's going to be extremely, extremely important. So another couple of things you can do here inside of middle of funnel. Again, a middle of funnel audience could be a general email list. Now, I'm not talking purchasers on an email list. I'm talking general email list. So, maybe before you've put out a lead magnet, maybe a free book or this, that, the other, you've captured an email of a prospect, but they haven't yet converted. They're still middle of funnel. They're still warm. They know roughly who you are, but they haven't purchased yet. Another example again is people who have visited the website but not taken any kind of high intent. This is a debate. You could argue it's bottom of funnel. I would say web visitors is probably more likely to be middle of funnel if you're not talking they've taken any kind of high intent like added to cart or viewed content. They've just landed on the website. And that could be middle of funnel. That could also be bottom of funnel, but just an idea for you there inside of middle of funnel. So highly recommend you test those audiences. They are warm. They will often convert better than top of funnel. And it's just a way to make sure that you are squeezing every last ounce and plugging every single hole possible, in this constant leaking bucket of water that is running a business. Okay. So if you can do that for your clients, you'll make them very, very happy. Next up, we have bottom of funnel. Now, that is people that are right at the bottom of this funnel. They're so close to becoming a customer. They're extremely warm, but quite haven't got there yet. So this could be people who have added to cart on a website, but didn't purchase. Again, we can create custom audiences of those people who have literally added to cart, exclude the purchasers, and really, really high converting. Again, these are usually campaigns that they're not going to be on massive high spends. They're generally be quite low spends. You want to monitor the frequency there. But by doing so, your ROAS can skyrocket through the roof. And again, it's just a really good way to grab that low hanging fruit. I know a lot of you know about retargeting. I want to do, honestly, a really in-depth tutorial on bottom of funnel retargeting just because of how powerful it can be if you do it right. And we've nailed the strategy for that for our clients, which I definitely want to go through with you in another video. But ultimately, bottom of funnel is people like that. Again, on that, you could say view content, people who view content on the website but haven't yet purchased. Again, another example of a bottom of funnel audience. One thing you want to do with your bottom of funnel retargeting is you want to, again, squeeze every last ounce, again, that you can out of that to get the highest return possible for them so they're not leaving money on the table. And again, you can experiment with this, right? So you could do add to cart, 3 days, 7, 30, 60. You want to track and work your way backwards in terms of dates to see how far you can still profitably pull sales in, depending on the distance, again, that they added to cart or viewed content. Those are things that you can test inside a bottom of funnel, but every single campaign has to have some kind of retargeting in it, in my opinion. The easiest money you can make for your clients is there. And then finally, we have post-purchase retargeting. Out of all of these, this is the one that I see least, but this is how you tell apart your good, even your great advertisers to your absolute upper echelon, like top 1% media buyers. Anyone who really knows what they're doing, with a client that is a big enough company to be able to do this, you need to have post-purchase retargeting. And this is retargeting people who have already bought, they're already a customer, and getting them to buy again. So you can see this may not work for every business. If there's a company that only sells a one-off product, again, this isn't something you can do. But for something like an e-commerce company, we work with a lot of clothing brands and they go through different launches, right? They might have an autumn collection, then a winter collection. And one thing that we do, which is so powerful, is if we know they're coming out with a new collection, let's not just target top of funnel. Let's not just target middle of funnel and bottom of funnel and stuff like that. Let's retarget people who've already bought because they are your best customers. And you can get really, really powerful with these post-purchase retargeting campaigns as you work with your bigger clients, because what you can even do is you can get email lists and again, the smart people out there with the big companies, what you can do, which is so powerful, is you can actually, on these lists, you can order by spend. So you could literally say, look, I want to have an email list of my top 10% of people who buy from us, like our top 10% of customers, they spend the most money with us, and having that as an ad set and an audience within the post-purchase retargeting campaign. You can also have a general one too, but again, that's really how you squeeze every single ounce in it, and it tells the good from the great media buyers out there. Post-purchase, to create this campaign, very simple. You would go to your Facebook pixel, obviously, so you could use a Facebook pixel, and you could create people who have purchased in the last 180 days, people purchased in the last 30 days, whatever that may be. What you could also do is get a customer email list. So this isn't a general list like a newsletter list. This is a customer list. So purely a list of people who have actually purchased from you before, create a custom audience of that and retarget those. And again, depending on the size of this business, this isn't going to be a campaign that you can scale up. This isn't going to be a campaign where you're constantly up in the budget. It's more so going to be one of those campaigns that's going to be in relative to the rest of the campaigns here that we have, similar to bottom of funnel. It's going to be a set size. It's going to be a smaller amount, but it's one of those things where you monitor frequency, and whenever you have more products coming out, whenever you have any kind of client or company that people can purchase more than one product, this is one of your most powerful things, because it's so much harder, let me tell you, to go out and acquire a new customer top of funnel than it is to retarget people bottom of funnel, retarget people middle of funnel, and also people who've actually purchased from you before. They're your best customers. And what that does, as I put here in brackets, is that increases your customer lifetime value. If you can get someone to, let's say the average order value is $100, and you can retarget them and get them to purchase 3-4 times, you've just tripled, quadrupled your lifetime value of that customer from a very low budget, low spend campaign, which is very, very easy to set up. Okay, but there you have it. I hope you found a bunch of value. I do want to do videos on each of these, so if you'd like to see that, drop a like and a comment down below to let me know. If you are also interested in any high level training, or you run an agency yourself and you're struggling to find a good qualified media buyer, I know how hard it can be, which is exactly why I created a white label service. So we help agencies fulfill the services for their clients with things like Facebook ads. And we make sure for all our clients, where possible, we do all of the campaigns to squeeze every last ounce of return out of these campaigns we can for our clients. If you're interested in that, all the links are down in the description. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.